fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo Silver, the Lone Ranger. With his faithful Indian companion, Tonto, the daring and resourceful masked rider of the plains led the fight for law and order in the early western United States. Nowhere in the pages of history can one find a greater champion of justice. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Come on, Silver. Let's go, big fellow. I'll Silver. Away!
Jim Dobbs was proud of his J.D. ranch and proud of his daughter Sally. But his mind was on neither the ranch nor the girl when he strapped on a gun belt and prepared to leave the house. He came from his bedroom and stopped short. Sally was also prepared to go out into the night. And she, too, wore a gun belt.
Sally.
Oh.
Where you going after dark?
Well, Pa,
Speak up, daughter. Where you going with a gun?
All right. If you must know, I'm going to the jail. I'm going to see Jack Bates, and I'm going to give him this gun.
Sally.
I know what the men are planning to do in town tonight.
Now you needn't
Dad,
get off.
Where are you going?
I've got business.
You're going to join the lynch party.
No, honey.
It's true, isn't it?
Sally, I'm the one that lost the cattle.
Well, Jack Bates didn't steal it.
No, Sally.
He didn't. I know he didn't. I don't care what anyone says. He's not a cattle thief, and he shan't be lynched without a chance to defend himself. I'm taking this gun to him.
Listen, honey. Bates has fooled you with his nice talk. He's no ordinary cow thief. We got all the proof we need.
I won't believe it.
Didn't Cliff Duran show me and the sheriff my own steers wearing the J.D. brand on the Bates property?
That's not proof that Jack put it there.
It's proof enough to satisfy every man around here.
Then let it satisfy a jury. Jack's entitled to a fair trial.
So a tricky lawyer can defeat justice? Not on your life. We built this country by defending our rights without a lot of courtroom performances.
Dad, isn't it possible that Jack was framed?
I doubt it.
Listen, Dad. I wasn't... I mean, I didn't want to... Dad, I love Jack Bates.
What? You love him?
Yes.
Well, I do declare. Stealing my cattle and stealing my daughter. Why,
No, can't you see? We've talked about getting married. We were about to speak to you when he was arrested.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so sure he didn't steal the cattle. He wouldn't steal from you.
Makes things sort of Sort of different.
You never had anything against him.
The fact is, I always sort of liked the critter. I hated to think of him as an ornery cow thief. Doggone, I've got to do something and fast. Take that gun off, Sally. I'll do what I can.
You'll stop the lynch talk?
I'll do what I can. But it won't be easy. Cliff Duran's got the men pretty riled.
You've got to stop them. You've just got to.
Well, I'd better get going. They're meeting in the cafe right now. And if I don't hurry, I'll be too late.
The cafe was well filled with angry men, and more were arriving all the time. Cliff Duran and a lean-faced man sat at a corner table watching the gathering mob with satisfaction.
Couldn't make any headway at all, Sid?
Not a bit. The sheriff was as stubborn as they come.
Couldn't he see where it'd be good sense for him to just stay out of the way?
No, he said his foot was down hard against the lynching. He'd be waiting for any mob with guns ready for action.
Sheriff Martin takes his job too serious, don't he?
Yeah.
If he fires on any of these ranchers, he'll be in a pile of trouble. Maybe that'll be a good thing. Maybe I'll get to be sheriff when the next election comes.
No reason why not. You showed that the men will follow you. You got them riled up aplenty for tonight's necktie party.
If I was sheriff, we'd be able to expand our activities.
We could expand considerable, Cliff. We could do...
Hold it. Dobbs just come in.
You see me? He's coming over here.
Hey, Cliff!
Hello, Dobbs. You're just in time.
We're calling things off.
What's that?
There's to be no necktie party.
Now, just a minute, Dobbs.
I'm not convinced Bass is a cow thief.
But you can't back out now.
Of course you can, Dobbs. It's out of your hands.
I said I'm against lynching. I meant it.
Dobbs, I admit it's your cattle that was stolen. But the fact is, all the boys is interested in showing that we won't tolerate rustling. How about it, boys? Dobbs has gone chicken-hearted. Feels there's not enough proof against Bates.
Now, boys, listen to me. I just found that my daughter is in love with young Bates. They plan to get married.
Huh?
That's why I think he didn't rustle my cattle.
That don't prove nothing to me.
How to me?
We won't back down.
Go on home, Dobbs. We'll handle things without you.
Boys, if you try to go through with it, you'll find me ranged with the sheriff to fight you.
No one noticed the Indian who slipped out of a rear door of the cafe and hurried to the side of a tall masked man who waited with horses in the darkness.
What about it, Tonto?
It's lynch mob, all right.
That's what I thought. Who's the leader?
Fellow named Duran. Cliff Duran.
That's the man we suspected of stealing cattle. Not only the J.D., but other cattle as well.
That's right.
Trying to get Jack Bates hung for what he's done.
Dobbs tried to stop man. Him not get far.
All right, come with me. They go along the rear of these buildings.
We leave horses?
Yes, they'll stand at ground hitch. They're not going far.
Where we go?
In the rear of the jail. Think we can pry a window open.
Get prisoner out?
Yes. Here we are. Get your knife.
Yeah. We get window open.
The main thing right now is to save the life of Jack Bates. Hurry with that window, Tonto. That does it. Now to get inside.
Yes, they are, Bates. That's what I'm unlocking your cell and giving you your gun.
To stand off the whole town, huh?
At least you'll have some chance.
Sheriff Martin.
Mass.
What the? Where'd you come from?
The back window. I came to take that prisoner to safety.
Why, you...
Freeze. No gunplay.
Of all...
You're part of the lynch mob.
No, I'm not. But the mob will be here any minute.
You must be one of Jack Bates' crooked rustling pals.
No. Get that rear door unlocked, Tonto.
Me do it.
He's got a redskin with him.
Why are you surprised if these are your pals?
Oh, they're not. I'm not going with you.
Yes, you will. If you stay here, there'll be shooting and men will die. That won't help matters. Come on now, hurry.
No. If I run, everybody will be sure I'm guilty.
Tonto, cover the sheriff. Come on, Bates.
No, let me go. Sheriff, stop him. Take your hand.
Putting on a pretty good act to make me think you got no outlaw pals.
You stay there.
That settles it as far as I'm concerned.
Sheriff's a lynch mob.
Take it easy, Dobbs. The man they aimed to lynch was rescued by his outlaw pals.
What's that? Outlaw pals?
Yeah. Which same is all I need to be dead sure he's the rustler we thought he was.
One, two, right.
Jim Dobbs was surprised at the sheriff's announcement. He left the lawman's office before Duran and the mob got there, mounted his horse, and rode back to the ranch where Sally was impatiently waiting.
Who there? Who there?
Dad, what happened?
Take it easy, Sally.
But tell me, what about Jack? Is he all right? Did you save him?
I didn't save him. Didn't need to. His masked pals did that.
His masked pals?
Sally, he's turned fugitive.
Oh, but he couldn't.
His crooked friends came and got him out of the jail ahead of the mob.
Oh, but he has no crooked friends.
Honey, it's been thought all along that whoever's been stealing the cattle around here had some men working with him. The fact that an Indian and a masked man came to help in a jailbreak sort of clinches things.
Oh, no.
The sheriff was willing to help him. He even unlocked the cell. He was about to give him his guns, and then the masked man came.
I shan't believe that Jack's a crook. He couldn't be.
Well, crook or not, he's a fugitive. Everyone's hunting for him. And if he's seen, he'll be shot.
I hear hoofs.
Yes. I'll have a look outside. Well, someone's coming here, all right.
Who is it? Can you see him?
It's too dark. Might be some of the sheriff's deputies, or it might be Cliff Duran, or one of the manhunters that are working with him.
Oh, Dad, it might be Jack Bates.
If it is...
If it is, he'll have a chance to explain.
At the point of my gun?
Dad, it's a white horse. At least it seems to be. There are two men on it. See them?
Yep.
Whoa, Silver, hold on. Whoa!
Hey, hold on there. I'm holding the gun on you.
Dobbs, we want to talk to you.
Shelly, he's masked.
Mr. Dobbs.
That's Jack.
Bates! Because of Sally, I don't like to be the one to hand you over to the law. So I'm giving you a chance to vamoose.
No, Dad,
Clear
wait.
out while you got the chance.
We came here to talk to you, Dobbs. Steady, Silver.
Now get back on that horse and travel.
Hold your fire, Dobbs.
You heard what I said, Bates.
Dad, please. You've got to give him a chance to explain.
He's rescued by a masked hombre and a redskin is all the explanation I need. Now get back there. Come any near and I'll have to shoot.
I doubt it.
I will. I've given you the last warning.
Take gun. Take gun. Let go the ear. Let go that gun.
Good work, Tonto.
You let my father go.
Sally, take it easy. Stop fighting,
Keep
Tonto.
away.
Come on, Sally. Now stop fighting and listen a minute.
Oh, you.
Steady, Dobbs.
This is the last straw. This is all I need.
Tonto grabbed you so you wouldn't do anything you'd regret.
It's true, Mr. Dobbs.
It's not enough to steal my cattle and betray my daughter. You gotta come here with a savage that jumps me from behind, eh?
Dobbs, you'll listen to us. Then you'll help us prove that Bates is innocent.
Innocent, my eye. He's acting innocent, isn't he? Traveling with you and a redskin that sneaks in the back door of my home and jumps me?
Bates had no choice. I dragged him from the jail against his will.
That's the truth. Well, you believe it, don't you, Sally?
I don't know.
You think I'd bring Bates here for help if he were guilty?
Really?
Dobbs, the real thief framed some evidence by placing your cattle on Bates' property. He didn't think that evidence would stand up in court, so he organized a lynching to close the case in a hurry. He wanted Jack to pay without a chance to defend himself.
You talk like you know the real thief.
Yes, I do.
Who?
Cliff Duran, the man who started the talk of a lynching.
That calls for proof. You got it?
No. That's why we came here. We need your help.
There's just one way you'll get it.
How?
Take off that mask.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Lone Ranger story. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments. Now to continue our story. Jim Dobbs ordered the Lone Ranger to remove his mask if he wanted help in proving that Jack Bates was innocent of the cattle stealing, while Cliff Duran, leader of a lynch mob, was the guilty party.
If I'd intended to show my face, Dobbs, I wouldn't have come here wearing a mask.
I don't help masked men.
Not even in the cause of justice.
As far as I'm concerned, there'll be justice done when Bates goes on trial for stealing cattle.
Well, you got your cattle back, Mr. Dobbs.
Yeah, Bates. When Duran found it on your land. But there's been other cattle stolen that wasn't found.
Dobbs, listen to me. If Duran's a cattle thief, as I suspect, there must be proof somewhere around his house or barn or on his land.
What of it?
We've got to find that proof.
So you think I should go snooping around, is that it? Not on your life.
But if we go alone and find what we want, who'll believe us?
They wouldn't believe the masked man or the Indian, Mr. Dobbs. And... well, sure as shooting, no one would believe me.
That's why you are needed, Dobbs.
Dad. Oh, Dad, you've got to help.
I don't know.
And there's another reason why you must help.
What's that?
Duran is going to make trouble for the sheriff.
For the sheriff?
Yes. It won't be hard for him to convince the rest of the men that Sheriff Martin is to blame for the prisoner's escape.
Martin's a good sheriff. They don't come no better. You know, stranger, I like your way of talking.
Dad, so do I.
And I'll throw in with you. I'll see what sort of a hand you play.
The sheriff soon lost all trace of the escaped prisoner and the men who had rescued him. He was in his office when Cliff Duran and a group of angry men arrived.
Well. What's this? Committee?
Yeah, Sheriff, a committee. I'm speaking for all these men.
Yeah, what's this about you letting Bates go away with some of his gang?
Sid, where'd you get that idea?
Never mind where I got it.
Talking big while you're with Duran, eh? Talking sort of over your head, aren't you?
I'll do the talking from now on. You helped that rustler escape.
I admit I aim to give him a chance to defend himself against a lynch mob.
You helped him escape. That's what counts.
Yeah. We're wondering how much you got paid for that.
That'll do, Duran. No more of that talk.
No? Well, it looks to us like you're working hand in glove with rustlers. Don't it, boys?
Yes, sir. Duran, any more of that, not...
You heard me, and I meant what I said.
Then slap leather and back it.
I got him.
Let go of my arm.
Hold him.
I'll help.
Joe, get his gun.
All right.
You'll regret this.
I got his gun.
Now, hang on to him.
Right.
I'll take that badge, Sheriff.
Duran, you ought to...
We held a meeting, Sheriff. And decided you must have been in cahoots with the rustlers.
To lie. Give me back my badge, you dirty...
Answer me
coyote.
one question. Did you let Bates out of the cell?
Yes, I did.
That does it, huh, boys?
Does what?
We aim to hang the rustler. Well, being he got away and cheated justice, we're going to deal with a man that's an accessory to his escape. Now, that's legal. You made yourself as guilty as he was.
Get a rope around him.
We're wasting time.
Take him out, boys.
No.
Come on.
You don't mean to hang me.
You sure do
Now, wait
mean to
a minute,
hang
boys.
you.
Think.
Now, come on, boys. Let's get going.
In the meantime, the Lone Ranger, Tonto, Jack Bates, and Jim Dobbs arrived at Cliff Duran's ranch and pulled their horses to a stop in front of the house.
Over there.
Yeah, the house is all dark. Looks like no one was at home, eh?
This over.
The light over there in the bunkhouse.
Steady, boy.
Now, just a minute. Before we go any farther, I want to know a few things.
All right.
I got to have some facts. You must have had some reason for thinking Cliff Duran was a cattle thief.
That's right.
Why'd you suspect him?
Tonto and I saw some cattle at the Baker City Railroad station. The brands looked as if they'd been gone over with a running iron. And when we learned that Duran had sold the cattle, we came to look around. We recognized a couple of his ranch hands.
Recognized him?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know what names they're using here, But down at the border, they're known as Pinky Jackson and Lefty Madden. They're wanted.
For cow stealing?
Yes.
How can you prove Duran's leading cow thieves?
Bates, both you and Dobbs mistook me for an outlaw.
Well, it's that mask.
We'll see if the men in the bunkhouse make the same mistake. I'm going in there right now. Dobbs,
Yep.
You stay close enough so you can hear what's said.
The masked man made his way through the darkness to the lighted bunkhouse. Then, with Dobbs close by, he rapped on the door.
Who is it?
Open up. I've got to get something.
Well, what it... Masked.
Hello, Pinky.
Hey, you got the wrong
And
guy.
Lefty. How are you, Madden?
Just where'd you get them names?
The border? What names are you using here?
What's it to you?
Who are you and what do you want?
Where does Duran keep the running irons?
Huh? Hey, what are you talking about?
Oh, don't waste my time, Pinky. You men think you're the only ones working for Duran?
How's that?
I don't know how many different groups are out working for him. Do you?
That is, we thought.
I came here to get a couple of running irons. Changing brands is a slow job, and only one iron's at work.
Pinky. He talks like he was all right.
Yeah. There's irons over there in the corner.
Oh, thanks. By the way, the man Duran framed has broken out of jail.
He has?
Yes. He had some outside help. Duran wants him shot on sight.
Yeah, we ain't likely to see him.
Well, if he does come this way, you know what to do. You know Bates when you see him, don't you?
Yeah. We know him.
All right, then. Take a look at him.
Huh? Take a good look.
Bates!
Hold it. Don't finish that draw.
What's this mean?
Get him up, both of you.
Like fun.
Why, it's Dobbs.
Shoot me on sight, huh?
See here.
Oh, you see here. We've heard enough, haven't we, Dobbs?
We sure have.
Then get ropes on these two. Sheriff will be glad to see them.
Get up there. Come on, hurry up. Bring them along.
The lynch mob was far out of hand. With Duran and Sid as leaders, the angry ranchers and townsmen reined up beneath a tree with a conveniently low branch. A tree that had been selected for a grim purpose.
Hold. This is our tree, boys.
Let's get it over with. We'll have law and order. We'll know the reason why.
Boys, hold on a minute. Listen to me. Bates was in jail, that's agreed. But he wasn't proved guilty of cattle rustling. The law has to consider him innocent until he's proved guilty.
He was proved it as far as we're concerned.
You had no right to lynch him. That's why I let him have a chance.
You and the masked man, you're all tarred with the same brush. How about it, boys?
Listen, boys. Hank, Pete, Jake, Bart, all of you. You can't take part in the murder.
We're the law and we're serving justice.
We aim to end all rustling around here.
Wait a minute. Calm down long enough to think straight. Duran's got all of you so blind and unreasoning and mad, you can't see anything in the true light. What reason is there for him to wear my badge? Who elected him as sheriff to succeed me?
Well, anyone object to me as sheriff?
You suit us.
Let's get going.
Ask yourselves this question. Isn't it possible that Duran framed Jack Bates just so he could get rid of those that were in his way?
He's all set, Duran.
Right.
Hold on there.
The masked man.
Hey.
Look, here comes the man that helped Bates.
Capture him. We'll hang him next.
Whoa!
He cut the rope with a bullet.
Grab him.
All right, try it.
I'll show him. No.
Who else wants to trade bullets? Now, all of you, move back and be careful.
We'll get you.
You men, listen to me. Jack Bates is on the way here. And Jim Dobbs is coming with him. And so are some other men. You don't want the sheriff. You want the men who stole your cattle. Isn't that right?
Why don't someone grab him?
Why don't you, Duran? Here are the men you want.
Bates. Yeah, I'm here.
There's some men with him. What's the matter? Have you men lost your heads? What's the idea of stringing up the sheriff?
You men know you can trust Jim Dobbs.
Here's a couple of prisoners. They're all tied up and ready for jail. Look 'em over. You'll find there's handbills on them. They wanted for rustling. And they were working for Cliff Duran.
It's a frame-up.
No, Duran, he's no frame-up.
Hold still, Martin. I'll cut that rope.
You. Who are you?
There. You're free. Now you better get your badge and take over.
But who are you?
Those two men are Pinky Jackson and Lefty Madden.
Well, I've heard of them.
So have I.
Yeah, me too.
Men, I was there on Duran's ranch when these two admitted helping Duran frame Jack Bates. I was there when they produced running irons that were used to change the brands on your cattle.
Here, running iron.
Running on.
Just having them's enough to put a man in jail.
Duran had to have someone blamed for stealing your cattle. That's why he framed Jack Bates.
How about it, boys? You still siding with Duran?
Not me. Sheriff, I'm downright ashamed of being a fool.
No wonder Duran was so anxious for a hanging.
How about you, Sid?
I didn't have a partner rustling.
You just helped with the frame-up, huh?
Here, Cliff. Cliff promised to make me a deputy.
Well, that does it.
Why, you loose-jawed squealer.
We ought to lynch these crooks instead of Martin.
No, you don't, boys. The thieves are going to jail and they'll get a fair trial. There'll be no lynching while I'm the law.
As for me, I've had enough of this lynch talk.
Me too.
Boys, let's take Duran and Sid and these two from the border back to the jail.
Well, Sheriff, you mean I'm not to go back to jail?
No, Bates. That masked man sort of cleared you.
Besides, Jack, my daughter will be waiting to see you. You better come home with me.
Good luck to you, Bates.
Hey, thanks, mister.
Who is that masked
What?
man?
Well, they call him the Lone Ranger.
Come on, Silver! I'm Silver!
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.
You've been listening to the OTR Gold Network. Find more classic radio at otrgold.com.